Hey guys, by the end of this lesson you'll be able to explain hopefully and play patterns like this or this. And it's, I think, the greatest way to practice scales, and I want to show you how I did it and learned it. It's immensely useful for soloing later and for a lot of stuff. So the basic idea was this. A long time ago at Berkeley, a great teacher of mine called John Damian showed me something he called a palette chart, which I remembered vaguely. It contained combinations of two intervals, and then I forgot about it for a lot of years because I was busy figuring out bebop and stuff. And then one day I said, man, I know all these intervals, but I haven't learned the rest of it. So here's what I did basically. I wrote down on a piece of paper all combinations of two intervals within an octave of a major scale. For example, if I start on C, I could do a second and a third, right? Second from C, a third from C. I could do a second and a fourth. I could do a second and a fifth, a second and a sixth, and a second and a seventh. And then when I finish with seconds, I could do a third and a fourth, and a third and a third, a third and a fifth, sorry, a third and a sixth. And bottom line, what I got is only 15 intervallic structures within the octave. So basically, you can't really play any three notes without them being any of these 15 melodic shapes. Okay, so that was like a first step for me to say, oh, okay, there's only 15 combinations of two intervals. That made me very comfortable because I tend to be afraid of infinities and large spaces, and it seems to be something manageable. Now came in the music, and that's the really, really fun part. And I'll demonstrate what I did by using one intervallic shape first. It's called 1, 2, 4 because it has a second and a fourth. And here's what I did. My first step was to analyze it so I can find an intelligent way to think about it. And C, D, and F were, to me, the easiest explanation, as I explained in some previous lessons, is simply to call it a D minor 7 or X705. It has 1, 3, and 7, and there's no 5 because this is the 7 of D minor, this is the 1 of D minor, and this is the 3. And that's very useful because when I'm doing this, it's really easy for me to see that this is a D minor, this is E minor, this is F major 7. So basically it shows me which scale degree I'm on. Okay, and when you have a context for a melodic shape, it helps you improvise later. Okay, it helps me a lot when I improvise that I know the meanings of things. So my first step when taking a melodic shape in today's lesson 1, 2, 4 is to learn to move it on all sets of strings. And notice when I'm ascending, the shape goes up. When I'm descending, the shape goes down. And what I did is basically I treated it like a drum pattern like this. I did loops. That's an ascending loop and descending loop. And then the fun thing is I did it in all sets of strings diatonically in all major keys. And then I did it in fourths, which is actually exciting. Okay, so basically I started on all notes of C major scale, took the shape, and moved it up a fourth. So if the first shape started on F, the second shape starts on B. Okay, and then once I had the shape going on all, because the seconds gave me like all the horizontal stuff, right? My hands moving up and down, and vertical, and the fourths give me all the vertical stuff, right? My hand is moving pretty much on the sets of strings. So once I had that down, the fun was to start making music. So if this all the things you are, try to make music with it. Okay, I hope you could feel I'm basically using that shape that I call 1, 2, 4 melodically. So here are the main ideas. Take a melodic shape that's comprised of two diatonic intervals. For example, 1, 2, 4. Learn it in seconds and in fourths, starting on all sets of strings or from 7 scale degrees, and then try to make music with it. And remember, the other shapes that I showed you at the beginning of the lesson, 1, 2, 5, is just this. Okay? And the other one was 1, 3, 5. Okay? Remember, every time you have a shape, analyze it, see what the underlying chord is. It will help you see it. For example, this shape is called X9037 for me. It has 1, 3, and 5. It's easier for me to see. And once you have the shapes down, start making fun music with it. And I hope you've enjoyed this. This stuff really helped really shape my technique in my guitar playing. I really recommend it. All the best to you guys. I love questions, as I always say. Bye-bye.